Okay, so next up we're going to move on to the other series we're catching up to, and we're going back to the Planets series by Black Dragonfish, or Nepthys Media as it's sometimes called. Nepthys Media was the original version, which I still haven't watched, by the way, because I don't want to spoil myself for the remix. So this one that we're going to be catching up on is called What is Behind This Hollow Facade? Sounds interesting, so let's go. Nepthys Media. Just bear with me a moment, I've got myself a caramel iced latte here. Alright, there are the planets. From the KD system, was it? Yeah. KD system 101. Interior composition. Okay. Interior composition of the system? Yeah. Terrestrial planets. What is beneath the rocky surface? Hollow facade. I see. Okay, that's a mountain. That's the Paramount logo. Also known as rocky planets, terrestrial planets are celestial objects mainly composed of silicate rocks and metals. They are the most common and vital planets in the KD system, with one of them supporting extraterrestrial life. Oh! Unlike gas giants, terrestrial planets have a solid surface. Yep. Most terrestrial planets have a similar structure. There's that crust mantle core. An iron-dominant core surrounded by a silicate mantle. Some planets may have an additional major element in their cores. Or what, like a sentient being? For example, Shesmu's core is believed to be iron-nickel, similar to Venus. That's Tartarus, right? Tartarus' core is made of an unknown substance. Oh. Iron-sulfur. Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know we identified it in that split second. Terrestrial planets share standard surface features like mountains, craters, volcanoes, and other similar features, depending on tectonic activity and the presence of water. Try to keep an eye out for like secrets and stuff as it fades away. The ice worlds. Hephaestus and Horus differ from their other terrestrial siblings due to their composition. These planets are composed of more icy materials than rock due to the distance between their stars. Makes sense. Oh, the water world. Which one was that again? Among the terrestrial planets, Anuket has the most unique surface. The planet has little to no dry land due to its worldwide ocean. It's the only planet in the KD system capable of harboring life. Its interior is similar to Earth. Capable of harboring life similar to Earth. Ooh, that didn't look similar to Earth. Well, it kind of looked like a basket star, I guess. The desert worlds. Unsurprisingly, Shesmu and Venus share a similar structure. An iron-nickel core, a rocky mantle, and a thin, rocky crust. Oop. Music's cut out. Joe's in the garage. You okay, Tartarus? What's that? What's that? What are you showing us there, buddy? There's no like subtitles or anything, so there's no secret messages. Gas giant, ice giants, what is beneath the raging storm? Also known as Jovian planets, gas giants and ice giants are celestial objects mainly composed of hydrogen and helium. These planets are much larger and less dense than the terrestrial planets. Gas giants and ice giants lack a surface due to the gases that comprise them. These gases diminish the further they are from the planet's core. The core of a giant planet can vary. It can be dense, molten, and composed of rocky materials. Or it can be composed of icy materials. I suppose that would depend on the distance from the star, right? Helios. Helios has a dense core surrounded by a layer of metallic hydrogen. This, in turn, is surrounded by an ocean of liquid hydrogen, gaseous hydrogen, and clouds. Cerulus. Unlike Helios, Cerulus is an ice giant. Cerulus is mainly composed of water, methane, and ammonia. Hydrogen and helium make up an outer envelope of the planet. I mean, like, horror aspects aside, it's really quite fascinating just looking like space stuff. Core of allegedly composed of water, ice, and silicate rock. Allegedly, eh? Core is surrounded by a worldwide pressurized ocean of water, methane, and ammonia ices. This, in turn, is surrounded by a layer of clouds, mostly made of hydrogen, helium, and small traces of methane. You don't want to smell traces of methane. Cerulus is similar to Neptune. Dwarf planets. Apophis. Oh, music's cut out again. What is behind this hollow facade? There we are, it's the title drop. So what's the deal with Apophis then, eh? Oh, it's been censored. Dwarf planets are composed of more icy materials compared to terrestrial planets. They may have a rocky core surrounded... Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me, what did you just do? Yeah, that's what I thought you did. Just kind of unfolded. Some dwarf planets may have a subsurface ocean. Strangely, only one dwarf planet has been discovered in the KD system. Apophis. Well, there it is, uncensored this time. I hear you, Benjamin. Anyone else hear scratching in the background? Like grinding? Whisper my name through the dream. Oh! Is that what the guy was dreaming of in the last one? Ooh. It's turning into like... What is that? It looked kind of like a bird almost, like spreading its wings. So if I remember rightly, Benjamin was the character from the previous video we watched, the Sandman, who said he had been dreaming of space, and he drew his pictures of what he'd been dreaming of, and we saw like a few sort of like faces and shapes and people, and at the very end there was like an overlay of a person that appeared on top of a planet. So originally I thought that was about Hephaestus, because that was the planet we'd been learning about up until that point, but perhaps it may have been Apophis. But yeah, as I said, aside from all like the storytelling and the analog sort of like horror atmosphere, just sort of like the world building and like it feels like a real space documentary. It feels like something you could watch at a planetarium, and I really like the aesthetic because it dresses it up as like normal discoveries in science, and they've discovered something and they're like, oh, we want to tell you about this thing we've discovered, and it's amazing. And as a kid I always loved like space and going to planetariums, and it really appeals to that part of me. But then on the flip side you've got, what if those planets were actually alive? And that's a very interesting sort of twist. I mean, it was a little bit in Gemini Home Entertainment with like the Iris being alive, but I think this takes it not so much as a direct threat towards humanity, but more as a sort of, it's beyond our scope of understanding. You know, there are these life forms that are so big and immense that we barely even register to them. But yeah, an interesting thought. So we've got one more video as of the time of recording to react to here, and this is called Can Anyone Read This Message? So, for anyone reading, this is Benjamin here. Okay, so Benjamin, got another name drop. I love myself, I hate myself. This chapter... What? I love myself, I hate myself. This chapter ended long ago. Don't listen to my foolish self. Oh, okay. So Benjamin has hijacked the broadcast, by the looks of it. This is the 5th tape I've made so far recording the documentaries. Ah, so like Benjamin is our protagonist, right? This is the 9th instance I've found. Note, the other 4 tapes have become corrupted. The messages I've left have been erased. Ah, I found this out yesterday. All the other tapes I've made have been compromised. Any messages I've left have been distorted or removed. I worry this message will be erased too. But just in case, before I reveal what I saw, I need to say something. Okay, this is interesting. My dreams. Strange dreams have become a lot more frequent. I can't think straight. I saw something again. But it wasn't the Sandman. It was something else. Ooh, I need to get it out of my head. Oh, okay, so maybe I need to show someone the art. Maybe this is Apophis. I want someone to understand. Yeah. So that's Apophis. KD System 101. Apophis. Yep. Okay, there's the, beyond the 7 planets, it resides within the belt, ruling as the largest object. In the belt, I would assume. Big old crater. Apophis is cold, desolate, and quiet. The most elusive object in the KD system. The largest and densest object within the Pruina, a circumstellar disk similar to the Kuiper belt. While this may seem impressive initially, Apophis is dwarfed by the 7 planets. In fact, Apophis is slightly smaller than our moon. Ooh, so okay, weird symbols going on there. Although Apophis is not a planet, it shares many similarities with Hephaestus, including composition, surface temperature, and even the presence of an atmosphere. Surface. Surface of Apophis is characterized by craters, plains, mountains, and even cryovolcanoes. These volcanoes eject a plume of dust, water, and ice. How odd. You don't think about it going the other way, do you? Due to its position in the KD system, Apophis is primarily composed of icy materials. The surface of Apophis is composed primarily of nitrogen ice. Interesting. Orbit. Like other dwarf planets, Apophis has a very elliptical orbit that is tilted compared to the main planets. It has an orbital period of over 300 years, similar to Makemake? Don't know what that is. Moons! Keeping the dwarf planet company is a small irregular moon with a diameter of 50 kilometers. That's tiny. Known as Ouroboros, it is the only known moon of Apophis. Mainly composed of water ice, this moon is named after an ancient symbol. They're both named after snakes. An ancient symbol representing infinity and the cycle of rebirth. Infinite like the universe. So yeah, Apophis is the Egyptian snake god, and Ouroboros is the snake devouring its tail. A rather fitting name, don't you think? I don't know. I mean, it seems very small compared to the Benjamin. Oh. Okay, it's speaking directly to Benjamin. Who created this? Tell me. What do you understand about infinity? Very little. What is truly infinite? What is truly eternal? What is truly boundless? Do you understand? Not at all. You seem confused. Yes. That's all right. Oh, okay. Confusion is part of learning. Yeah, you're right. You will understand soon. I hope so. Infinity is part of the truth, after all. Oh. Okay. The Delta 86 rover. Okay, so who makes this documentary that Munes can just casually talk to people? As part of the Omega project, the Delta 86 rover was designed to explore the surface of Apophis. Along with it, its complementary orbiter takes images of Apophis and its moon from space. So this is like the Upsilon, right? Shockingly, the rover is still operational. Oh, wow. Exceeding expectations, the Delta 86 rover is still operational to this day, sending back countless images of the dwarf planet's surface. Oh dear. Although this achievement is incredible, the rover's photographic capabilities have worsened over time. Of course, certain parts of the rover have also begun to deteriorate. Due to this, Delta 86 rover has been sending strange imagery that may result from corruption. Do you believe that, Benjamin? Look, I'm not Benjamin. You're talking to the wrong guy. Do you believe their lies? Ooh. Okay, so do these science people, they claim they want to understand what lies beyond their earthly cage, but when they see it, they recoil. Yeah, I was just about to say, they can't stand the sight of it. Are these science people trying to cover up the truth? They are unable to comprehend the truth. Their innocence is intoxicating. Simple fools who can't bear reality. Haven't the dreams taught you by now? See through their lies. Witness the truth. Uh-oh. You're going to show us something horrifying. Isn't that what you want? Benjamin. Not Benjamin! Ah! Oh yeah, okay, so that's what we saw last time, but more like HD. It's like something hatching from an egg, almost. It's the world serpent, except a starfish. My dreams. Apep. The actual Egyptian name for Apophis. Rerik. Apophis. Okay. Artwork of my dreams, number 54. Oh, okay, is this the truth? Oh. Ah, is that what Apophis actually looks like? Eyes in their mouth and mouths in their eyes. That's an interesting design, actually. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, that is... Okay, yeah, so that seems to be elaborating on the theory that was already present, which is that the planets out there in the KD system are actually living things. They, or at the very least, they are the shells of sort of like cosmic entities, because well, I was going to say from the documentaries we've seen so far, the planets are made up of inorganic material, you know, nitrogen, silicon, things like that. But then in this one, we have this Apophis fellow saying that the scientists are lying about it. So are the planets in fact organic and are literally living planets, or are they actual planets but they are being sort of like inhabited as a whole by a singular entity, like, I don't know, something Lovecraftian. But yeah, an interesting take on the old cosmic horror kind of spin on things, and I'll be interested to see where things go from there. So yeah, that is it for this visit to the planets. Pause here just in case anything else comes up before next posting. Okay, so that is it for our catch-up on Analog Horror YouTube horror series. So we've got Cane Pixels there and a little bit of Black Dragonfish. I'll put links to them down in the description so you can go and check them out if you haven't already. Give them a subscription, give them like the notification bells and everything like that, likes, comments. They deserve it because they're the ones actually out there creating these things. So, you know, go out there and give them some support. But that is it from me for today. So thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed, please do like, comment and subscribe. Tell me down in the comments what you thought, if there was anything in particular that you enjoyed, or if you have any criticisms or agreements, or you know, disagreements, theories, any sort of speculation. That's what we like to do here with the horror stuff. It's a lot of theory crafting, and it's all good fun. Aside from that, if there are any other videos you'd like me to watch, please do let me know if there are any other series, because I don't have any major analog series to watch right now, and I really like to check some more out because I'm into this stuff. But every time I try putting in a search on YouTube, all I get is analog horror be like, or every analog horror ever, or analog horror is dumb, or you know, things like that. There's a lot of stuff you kind of have to dig through to find some good analog horror. So if you know of any already, please do let me know. Outside of that, also, if there are any other challenges you'd like me to do, any video games you'd like me to play, any taste tests you'd like my opinion on, or if you just want to ask a question or say hello, then let me know down below. It's nice to know that I'm not alone out here. So until next time, thank you for joining me, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.